So I'm glad you mentioned Thunderbolts because the director, Jake Schreier, I actually did a story not too long ago that he was rumored to be directing the live-action X-Men movie. Well, Ryan Coogler, very talented director of Sinners, Black Panther, you name it, this man is just a very talented individual, was asked a question. Someone at the Ironheart, well, they were doing interviews for Ironheart, they were doing a press, and someone asked him, are you directing the X-Men movie? And Coogler did not hesitate when he said, no, Jake is directing that. And then instantly got that look.
that Tom Holland look.
That look of Kevin Feige is now angry with me. When asked for confirmation, after realizing that he did, I get asked confirmation, are you talking about Jake Schreier? Coogler said, yeah. So...
he knew he messed up anyway.
So Thunderbolts was one of the best Marvel movies they've done in quite some time. A very good team movie, which is kind of what you would need going into an X-Men movie, because the X-Men are a team, but they're kind of a family.
I was about to say, also a dysfunctional one.
Very.
Which so is Thunderbolts.
But you roll up on a mutant, they come at you with some gang activity. I want to see that. Like, I'm down for that kind of violence. Like, Wolverine and Cyclops do not like each other, like the same girl. But if you mess with a mutant, you on the receiving end of I-beams and claws, and you just don't want that. You don't want that. So I think he's a really good choice just from what he did with Thunderbolts. And this doesn't mean he's not going to come back and direct the Thunderbolts again. He's going to handle this. We let the freaking Russo brothers handle a bunch of stuff. So hey, I'm excited about this. But also, Tom Holland, you're okay now. You're good. There, you relinquish the crown. Go give the crown to Ryan.
The crown, I do have to say, is shared between Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Because Tom Holland didn't accidentally live stream the first 20 minutes of his own movie.
I will admit, Coogler was a bit more unapologetic. I was like, it's out. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I directed Sinners. I ain't worried about Kevin Feige.
Seriously, if Marvel never hits me up again, I'm going to be
like, if there's one person with the pull to actually, hey, I messed up, but so what, I messed up. It is Coogler. So I like this though. I know who do you start your X-Men movie out with?
I'm exactly the wrong person because I only really know the.
Who do you start it out with?
Yeah, what? Because you can't bring in everybody in the X-Mansion. You can't.
I mean, I tell the story around Gambit. But
I mean,
it's just
Cora,
I like Gambit.
You know which X-Men? Give me two. Give me two X-Men that you want in the live-action movie.
That we haven't had already?
I can be somebody you've had already. It doesn't matter.
I want Jubilee.
Okay, good choice. I like that.
Yeah. She was one of the favorites for the writers of the comics. So I think that's just appropriate. Also, she's one of my favorites. And Gambit.
I mean,
obviously.
You can obviously pick that one. That's fine. I will counter that with I want Rogue.
Yeah.
I want Rogue in X-Men 97 was a strong character.
My thing is, it depends on how you're introducing them. Yeah. If you're introducing, like, a universe that will somehow kind of dovetail with our current one, then you need an outsider coming into, similar to the first live action from 2001, have an outsider who comes into. But if you're doing, they're just starting to emerge, and they've either been in secret or they're just now starting to understand that they have powers, I think it has to be one of the core.
I want their outsider to be Professor X.
Well, along with my other pick with Rogue, I want Beast.
Yeah.
He is a core member.
He's also introduced in the MCU.
We would be able to get Kelsey Grammer voicing a CGI Beast. Yeah. And I'm all for that. I gotta have that.
Can I change my answer based on like that conversation?
Yeah.
Sunspot. Because they introduced him in the show.
Yeah.
Or in X-Men 97, he's like the fish out of water comparatively. with the X-Men, he would be a really fun point of view character.
Yeah.
And he's besties with Jubilee.
Yep.
And
Well, in X-Men 97.
in X-Men 90s, I'm going with that. That's my.
I mean, we're not going with comics canon because that
We don't need to
doesn't
go with
exist.
any canon. Honestly, we're bringing the X-Men in new, so I'm all for it.
But also, I just think he's a really fun character, and I think the audience would enjoy him.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't read a lot of Marvel comics. I mostly read DC comics, so I don't know.
Okay.
Is Miss Marvel usually a mutant? Because they've said that in the MCU that she is.
They did change it in the comics. She is.
She is a mutant.
Yes.
You could have like season 2
Oh,
of
that could
her
be some
show.
crossover. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Her kind of being introduced into this
In
world.
the comics, she did make it onto the X-Men team. So
See, that would be really interesting.
Okay.
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah, already established and honestly iconic actress playing this
Who doesn't
role.
love
Her
Amanda Lee.
starting to understand this world and who she is could be really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Jake Schreier pretty much guaranteed from Ryan Coogler's very, very talented self is directing the X-Men movie. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with it.